Just handle that side. Now you were in this development world for a while, you've traveled. Tell us how you get into politics then, because I understand you were at some point the mayor of the beautiful Gaeta.
Yeah, I got into politics because in 2007, after 15 years that I was the president and the CEO of this NGO, and we grew so much, I thought that it was good for them also to have a change. And sometimes you don't stay there. I mean, you change, because if you're there,
your creativity over time
diminishes, and then the new president, the new chairman, the new CEO, they had to be free of my shadow,
yes,
behind them. Okay, so they called me in my hometown to be the mayor there, and I went. We didn't think that we would have won, but we won. It was incredible as an independent against the right wing and the left wing, and for 5 years I was the mayor there. A very tough experience, by the way, because in Italy, let us say this: the municipalities are very important. We also have counties, okay, what we call the regions, and there are 20. But there is, above all, the government and the municipality. We have 8,000 municipalities in the country, and the municipalities go back in our history 1,000 years ago. Exactly 1,000 years ago, Gaeta was a municipality. 1,000 years ago, 1,124. Can you imagine that? Excuse me, 900 years. 900 years ago. So, then one thing to say. Why I went into politics, by the way, I went into politics, but as an independent, because even my work in the NGO, let's say, this might I don't want to make people feel uncomfortable, but it's a political work. I mean, if you, as an NGO, you only do activities like, okay, let's do projects. Projects alone will never solve the problems. You need to do policies. You need to do advocacy and lobby. You have to create awareness. I mean, you have to do all these other activities that are very crucial for an NGO. I mean, you have to solve some problems. You have to go to the root of the problem, and the root of the problem is something political. Why do you have that situation there? Okay, sometimes it's a cultural reason, sometimes it's a economic reason, sometimes it's a tribal even reason, it's a social reason, etc. So you have to try to work on the causes why there is that kind of poverty. So you don't start from the end. You have to start from the beginning. It's just like the doctor. Okay, if you have a headache, the doctor can give you an aspirin. Okay, take the Panadol and try to see what happens. But at the end of the day, the issue is why you have that headache. Is it normal? Is it constant? Well, where did it come from? So we have to go to see the cause of your headache. So that is a political work. It's a political work. Even here in Kenya, I had some good experiences with the government to work together to see how to manage certain situations. And I have to say that sometimes you find extremely open-minded functionaries, directors, etc. In the ministries, open to collaborate and to see how to solve the issues.
It's incredible to notice that some of these cities in Italy or Europe are 1,000 years, like you guys were structured already 1,000 years ago. Our Nairobi is hardly, devolution came in 2010 and we voted in 2013, but before that we got our independence as a country in 1963. So we are very nascent democracies across Africa, but I hope that we can channel our energies to grow our cities like Nairobi County. Will you ever run for mayor of Nairobi or governor of Nairobi and bring some of the lessons from Gaeta to Nairobi?
I think that
Sakaja, watch it. We are coming for you.
Oh no, Mr. Sakaja is everybody. I don't know him personally, but everybody tells me that he is he's a smart person and knowledgeable, and he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not easy. It's not
He
easy.
needs to look for you. He needs you.
Well,
could share some insights.
For sure, I could
For
tell him
sure.
I will not run.
Yeah.
I will not run because it's the county. No, but I don't think that a foreigner, a Mzungu, should even if I'm half Kenyan, because my wife is Kenyan, my kids are half Italian, half Kenyans, or vice versa. So I'm living here now, and I feel this country like my home.
Welcome.
This is
to
my
Kenya.
home.
Yeah.
So, but no, I think that there are advices, of course, because there are many. I have this so-called clinical political eye. I look around and I see what is not working and how things could eventually could improve. Of course, you have to see the financial resources you have.
Yeah.
Okay, because the budget. I mean, everything comes from there. Do you have the money or not?
I love the number 3. So 3 things. You've lived in Nairobi now. What 3 things could be? What 3 buttons could you press and make things to work?
My goodness, you're asking me. Then Sagasha will kick me out from from Nairobi.
No, I mean it's
No,
good
joking.
to. Yeah.
No, Nairobi. Huh. Well, first of all, the transport system.
Mm-hmm.
There's no transport system.
Yeah.
No transport system. So Nairobi is a very chaotic city because the matatus, they are private small buses. The matatus drivers are. I'm sorry to say this to them because but they are, in order to make money, they're quite crazy drivers.
Yeah.
They are danger. I mean, with the matatus, when you have matatus, it's dangerous. There's not a city as Nairobi.
So the transport system is one headache.
It is really
the second thing.
The second thing, so together with the transport, the traffic of Nairobi, and so the pollution due to the traffic in Nairobi. Thank God, Nairobi is a very green city. Because if it was not that green, it would be. Then staying in Nairobi, one thing that is really incredible is the lack of sidewalks. Now, ultimately,
they've been improving slowly, but
ultimately they are starting finally to do some sidewalks here and there. I see them, but the fact that the people cannot walk in their city in a normal way, but this is something that is really so. The third is the let's say I think that somehow the slums should be. I know that there is a plan for the government. I mean, the slums should be little by little. These people should be moved from the slums. The slums should be somehow part of the city, not as a slum, but as an area that has their own.
In fact, President Ruto said today that in 10 years there'll be no Kibera slum; it will be Kibera estate.
Yeah, that is some. No, but I understand that it takes time.
It takes time.
But the only thing that I wish is that these words become reality.
Reality, yeah.
Not because I don't believe in Mr. Ruto and the President Ruto, but for the politicians. This is why I went then out from politics. Because what I used to say was that, and I used to say, for example, to the people, we cannot do this because we don't have money, which was the reality. I had to recover all the debts that the city hall had before I got into my charge. So I had to say no, and that was not easy to say no. It was better to be a good politician to say, "Don't worry, I will solve the problems." Just don't. It's okay. Everything is okay. I will do that in 2 years, 3 years, which was a lie. It was a lie. I'm not a liar. I'm not a good liar. So I could. Even you will read in my face that I'm lying. So the people that are good in lying.
You are not a politician. You are a leader.
I'm not a politician. I'm not a politician.
You are a leader.
I like politics, but I'm not a politician. I cannot go out there. So how I won in 2007 in my hometown, that was still something, But sometimes stars come together.
They align.
They align.
Wow,
That's the word.
You've had such a rich life, and I happen to know that for the first time then, at 53, you became a father.
54.
54.
Yeah.
How has that been for you? Are
Well,
you enjoying fatherhood?
Well, a revolution, because I've been in my career, in my work, and my, I was really, where the work was also a passion to live in a better world.
Yeah.
So it's not only a job giving you a salary at the end of the month. It was the dream, the passion, to the vision to live in a better world. Now I'm a bit, I'm a bit scared of the world that is coming out. So sometimes I say, we didn't work enough, or we didn't work in a proper way. And then, but I come also with an answer saying, we did what was possible at the time, So I was very much in that, in the career, etc. But then I met my wife, and and we had this child in 2017 when I was exactly. I turned 54 1 week before she was born.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
so it was your birthday gift.
Yeah, I never got married before. I don't have children before, because sometimes people have children, at this age, but they already have, one or two or three,
So
or they already have
first
one.
time father at
No,
54.
first time father, first time I got married. Yeah, I don't have like a double or triple life. I don't. This is my first time.
Do you regret not having kids earlier? Or do you...
Well, yes, but at the end of the day, I think it has been God's will to let me work a lot, because I went on and on and on. I was working in Ethiopia when my daughter was born. I was working in Ethiopia for a big, huge program of the Ethiopian government against human trafficking, because that from Ethiopia there are many of those who go towards the Mediterranean Sea and unfortunately die, and so on those little boats, etc. So for 5 years I worked there. So I was still doing very important things. So I think it was God's will to say, okay, this is the time now. And then at 57, I even got the second one, a boy. So I'm so lucky that I have a girl and a boy. They're nice kids, like all the kids. I mean, they're nice. Today the kids are extremely smart. They're not like we were when we were kids. And then my daughter, when I met her the first time, I thought I would have been father part-time, but no. Fatherhood is something like then probably because the first one was a girl, and girls, they're daddy's girl.
Yeah.
So I really fell in love. That was the first time I experimented the so-called love at first sight.
Yeah.
Love it. She was 1 month old, and I fell in love with that girl. Yeah.
Even with your poor eyesight. That was
But she was so her beauty and her charm. I mean, she was so evident.
Yeah. I'm glad that you've lived this life that many of us will envy. That you come at 60 with a lot of lessons, with a lot of challenges, with a lot of good times, and yet still, Antonio, you look like you're raring to go. What's the secret?
The secret is that I think that if you're in this life, we all have a mission.
Yeah.
And if you're in this life now, both from a religious point of view, that means God wanted you here.
Yeah.
Or even from a secular point of view, okay? There is also a secular moral. I mean, we are here to be significant. For who? For the world as such, as a whole community, and for the people that we meet along our way. We have to be significant. We don't, for example, of course I don't deny that money is important, that economic wealth is important, that having financial resources is important. It is. But watch out, it's not everything. I would like to say this to the rich and to the poor. To the rich, because they are too much greedy, and to the poor, don't think that to reach that with money you will solve your problems. Problems are something that you also create your problems.
Yeah.
So this is that I would like to die happy.
Yeah.
I want to die happy.
Yeah.
I want to die. I want to live the how long I will still live. I don't know. Of course, not that much because I'm already 60. I mean, we have to be also realistic, yeah. Because if you want to do good things, you also have to be realistic. But how long I will live, I don't know.
You will be here for a long time to pass on all
well,
this knowledge.
Elijah, I want to, this is what you caught me in the point that I really, because you know me, we're good friends and brothers, as you said. That is what I have taught in many universities of the world.
Yeah.
I published books. I mean, I always try to not to keep my knowledge for myself, but try to give it also to the other people. Knowledge and experience, I say, because experience comes along with knowledge.
Yeah.
If you have really good experiences, automatically you'll have knowledge and competences.
Yeah.
That's why you should not throw the old people in the trash.
Some
societies
they can help guide.
Some societies are a little bit too juvenile. You have to be 30, you have to be 40 to be well, yes, being young is great.
We can only go as far as the past guides us because they pass to us knowledge, skills, experience that together we can move forward.
But to be also open-minded, because if you're not open-minded, you will only be remembering the past.
Yeah.
So you have to that past has to show you what are the new paths, what are the new ways to follow.
Thank you so much, Antonio. Every time I listen to you, I learn, as I said earlier, new knowledge, new things. And I would like for you to sign out for us with at 60. And with all your experiences, rich experience, you've taught, you've worked in an NGO as a president, you've been a mayor, you've traveled. What one thing can you tell our viewers today to give them hope in these tough times? Because you've told me even in the past things were tough. What one thing can you tell our viewers today to give them hope in whatever they are going through in life?
Well, the hope is this. History is unpredictable. History is unpredictable. Don't think that things are as they are today, and they will be the same tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, in a month, and a year. Because there are people working in silence, people that we don't even know, groups, situations. History is very complex. And tomorrow morning, there's a click, something can happen. Something positive can happen. There's a saying, I think that probably even here in Africa you have the same saying, but in my country there's a saying that says it makes much more noise, rumor, a tree that falls than a forest that grows. So probably the forest is growing and we don't see it, we don't hear it. But the tree that fell, boom, oh my God. And so, you see, even on the news, they always bring out,
sensational,
the sensational news, negative news.
Yet there are trees growing in Kibera, in Huruma, in Kisi.
Nobody is looking at that.
No one is looking at that.
For example, even in the international news, but for example, what do I care about Kate Middleton if she retouched or not that photo? What is the but it was on the main news of the whole world
for a whole week.
But are we joking? But who cares about that? I mean, that's not significant for human beings, for their life, for their everyday life.
It's not even a tree falling, that story. It's nothing.
It's not even a tree falling. Yes,
it's not even a tree.
It's not like it's really nothing.
It's empty.
So well, I will really the hope is this, is that of course there's another thing to say, but to all our friends watching this video, watch out. But we have to we don't have to stay, we don't have to sit, chill in our houses and wait for the events. Come on. Okay, move.
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 Yeah.
Move.
If you have an idea, get up. Do
I
it.
mean, you know,
If you have a business, think of what to do.
How to come out. I
Mm.
mean, we need
Momentum.
positive. We need positive. We need committed
Yes.
people. We need people with consistency.
Mhm.
Consistent people. This is very very important. And I think so. It's not only let's say a hope that you're waiting for, but it's also hope that you can create.
As we end the show, I would like for you to say something in Italian.
Oh.
Yeah. Anything that comes to your head.
Grazie, grazie e vi voglio molto bene.
Thank you very much. I think that's exactly what he said. That has been Antonio Raimondi, a man with a rich history, knowledge, and we will be having more conversations, and I hope you follow through from the first one and join us on this journey of exploration, this journey of fact finding, and this journey of just enjoying through another man's eyes. At 60, I hope to be an Antonio Part 2, even if it's half of that. Thank you for listening. Check out the next video.